to Selling Charleston and American Dream TV, a show centered on lifestyle, local culture, and real estate. I'm your host, John Fragola.
And I'm your co-host, Love Fragola, and today we're at the iconic Pitt Street Bridge here in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. So John, tell me, when people usually think about Charleston, what do they think about?
Well, that's easy, water. Just look around, it's beautiful. We are blessed here in Charleston to be surrounded by beautiful beaches, rivers, and marshland areas. And boy, do we have a treat for you today. We're gonna put our feet in the mud and go pick some oysters. So Thomas, thanks for having us out today. It's
Absolutely.
A beautiful day. We're out on the Stono River and we're in the beautiful oyster fields. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got started in this business?
I ended up going to school for marine science and coastal geology at Coastal Carolina, and just ended up starting the first oyster farm in Charleston.
Really? So you have the first one?
Yeah.
Wow,
That's awesome.
Tell us a little bit about the field that we're in right now. These are wild oysters?
Yeah, so it's a oyster reef. Wild oysters tend to be a little bit more fragile. Here we go. You can kind of see it right through.
Okay.
You see how transparent that lip is?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the fresh growth right there.
Okay.
So these are kind of thin-shelled, but they kind of have strength in numbers.
I read somewhere that a single oyster can filter how many gallons of water?
40 to 50, depending on the size, and yeah, there's billions of them out here.
Wow.
So they're doing work.
It's a lot of water.
That's awesome.
So tell us a little bit about where we are and what we're looking at.
So we are in Green Creek, right off the Stono River, on our floating lease. At high tide, you'd actually be able to see the Atlantic Ocean. So we're very close to the inlet,
Wow.
which gives these oysters a really briny flavor. 310 floating cages.
So Thomas, I've heard, and I'm not sure if it's true, that you can only eat oysters in months that end in R. Is that right?
Partially right. So the wild oysters aren't harvested in the summertime because that's spawning season.
Okay.
And also the air temperatures at low tide, they can be baking in the sun.
Okay.
But with these floating cages, they keep us safe from the hot temperatures of the sun, so the oysters are ready to go year round.
We have some beautiful single oysters here, and we hear there's an interesting story behind the name. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so my sister-in-law, she's the queen of puns, and she came up with a pretty creative name. We call these the Perky Sea Cups. They're nice, shapely, deep cups, so but it's spelled with S-E-A, Perky Sea Cups.
Okay.
So, you know, get your head out of the gutter.
So coming from a local expert, can you show us how to shuck some of these babies?
Right up 12 o'clock, just kind of jiggle it and get it in there. You don't want to do too much prying just yet. You want to get the knife in there so the oyster's stuck on there.
Okay.
And you don't pry, you twist like you're turning a key.
Okay.
And you'll hear it pop,
There you go.
and then go across
Okay.
to like 1 o'clock. Get your thumb on the top shell, and then go under to cut the adductor muscle.
Beautiful.
There's a bunch of fatty, plump meat right there.
Looks delicious.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
Awesome. Well, thanks for showing
Thanks
us
for
that.
sharing.
yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it. So we had so much fun today. We really enjoyed being out on the water, exploring Charleston, and learning so much about oysters. So thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Whit. You guys kept us safe today, and we had a blast. We're your hosts, John and Love Fragola. See y'all next time.